Eala cruises past Charaeva in Philippine Women's Open debut. Eala made a memorable debut in her first-ever hometown match as a pro, cruising to a 6-1, 6-2 victory over Eala Charaeva in the round of 32 of the 2026 Philippine Women's Open on Monday at the Felicissimo Ampon Tennis Center in the Rizal Memorial Sports Complex, Manila. In front of a sellout crowd, the 33rd SEA Games gold medalist delivered a masterclass against the tough Russian opponent. Up a service break in the second set, Eala unleashed two consecutive massive forehand winners to take a 5-3 lead. The 20-year-old wasted no time finishing the match on her own terms, on her serve and, fittingly, with another powerful down-the-line winner that Charaeva could not return. Eala started strong, breaking Charaeva's serve to go up 3-1 in the opening set. Buoyed by the momentum and the roaring support of the hometown crowd, the Filipino ace cruised through the next 3 games to take the first set convincingly. "I think a lot has changed in the past 5 years. I would say that I'm physically stronger, I'm smarter, more well-rounded player," said Eala. "So coming into the match, I treated it like every other match. With, fighting spirit and a good mindset." Fresh from her Australian Open stint, Eala used timely returns to gradually dismantle Charaeva's game, a strategy she carried into the second set. The 23-year-old Russian got off to a better start in the second, winning the opening game on her serve and breaking Eala in the next to take a 2-0 lead. Eala leaned on her strong returns to break back in the third game and consolidated the break on her own serve, despite occasional struggles to finish the rallies. Facing 2 break points, the world number 49 produced the crucial points needed to level the set at 2-all, fueling her momentum toward the eventual victory. "I'm gonna train and recover." "Yeah, be ready for the next round," said Eala, who experienced pain in her right knee during the match. From there, Eala dictated the pace with her serve and displayed variety on her returns, including well-timed drop shots, effectively disrupting Charaeva's rhythm and securing a commanding win. Eala now awaits the winner of the Himino Sakitsum and now Hibino match, which takes place on Tuesday. Homecoming power. Eala cruises past Charaeva in Philippine Women's Open debut. The night air at the historic Rizal Memorial Sports Complex in Manila crackled with energy, an almost tangible mix of hometown pride, electric expectation, and vindication of a dream kept alive for years. No longer just the Philippines' brightest tennis hope on foreign soil, Alexandra Eala finally took center stage on her very own court, as a professional, against Russian rival Eala Charaeva at the inaugural Philippine Women's Open. And she did not merely compete, she dominated. A night that felt like a celebration. Fans had waited almost a decade since Eala first stepped onto the courts of the Rizal Memorial with promise in her eyes. On January 26, 2026, that moment finally returned, but with championship polish and professional poise. As each ball echoed through the Manila evening, it felt like a collective heartbeat, anticipation followed by exultation with every point Eala claimed. When the final score flashed 6-1, 6-2, it was more than a victory. It was a statement of identity, of belonging, of home. A Filipina who had sprinted through global arenas and now planted her flag on home soil. Match flow. A clinic in command. From the first serve, Eala made her intention clear. She dictated play with precision, breaking Charaeva's serve early and often. The world number 49 Filipina did not just outplay her world number 163 opponent. She systematically dismantled Charaeva's rhythm with timely returns and controlled aggression. First set, Eala seized momentum early, carving her way to a lopsided 6-1 lead with medium-paced ground strokes punctuated by sudden bursts of power. The Filipino faithful roared approval with every clean winner and tactical volley. Second set, Charaeva tried to respond, winning the first couple of games, but Eala's resilience quickly blanketed the court. After a momentary setback where Eala called for a brief medical timeout due to a minor discomfort, she returned with renewed focus, opening a sequence of 4 straight games that sealed the match with authority. The crowd witnessed pace variation, sharp angles, and the kind of maturity that often eludes even seasoned players. By the end, Eala's shot-making was so commanding that the applause felt like a long-overdue ovation for a long journey home. More than a win, a symbolic moment. For Eala, this wasn't just round of 32 in a WTA 125 tournament. It was the culmination of years of disciplined growth and the blossoming of a champion in front of an adoring crowd. The event, a first for the Philippines, marked the country's inaugural staging of a WTA-level tournament. It wasn't just a competition, it was a tennis festival, an affirmation that the sport has arrived on Philippine soil. In post-match interviews, Eala downplayed the injury scare, emphasizing that discomfort was nothing serious, but also alluding to the physical resilience necessary at the top levels of sport. She promised recovery and focus as she looked ahead toward the round of 16. The emotional weight of home. The narrative surrounding Alex Eala has always been compelling. Born to a Filipino-Brazilian family, raised between cultures, trained rigorously overseas, yet always tethered to her roots. She broke new ground for Filipino tennis players by making waves abroad, including in Grand Slam and WTA events where she fought into main draws and reached the top 50 in the world rankings. In many ways, this home debut was a culmination of personal growth and national aspiration. For the spectators in Manila, many attending with painted faces and giant flags, Eala's presence was more than athletic. It was cultural and emotional. It was a story of representation, a young woman from their country competing with grace and confidence against the globe's best. It was proof that Filipino athletes belong on world stages traditionally dominated by more established tennis nations. The strategy behind the performance. Blending power with control, Eala's performance demonstrated why she is one of the most promising young talents on the WTA circuit. Her serve was consistent, her baseline play elegant yet forceful, and her footwork agile and deliberate. Against Charaeva, she identified opportunities early, especially in rally situations where patience turned into aggression, a hallmark of elite matchcraft. The tactical choices she made, attacking second serves, using deep returns to create openings, and keeping her opponent moving, spoke of a player not merely executing skills, but thinking several shots ahead like a seasoned strategist. This maturity is one of Eala's defining traits, elevating her from prodigy to professional. What this means for Philippine tennis. Eala's triumph resonates far beyond her own career arc. It signals the Philippines' arrival on the global tennis map not just as a participant, but as a source of world-class talent. WTA 125-level events offer emerging stars a platform to shine, and hosting one in Manila signals an investment in the sport's regional growth. Young athletes who once watched tennis only on television now saw one of their own step onto center court, making it clear that merit, preparation, and heart matter as much as training resources. Players like Donna Vekic, who is also competing in the event, have